classroom shortage in each region? Like, for example, in Metro Manila, Region 1 and up to Region 12?
I don't have the data right now, Mr. President, but I think that's in the EDCOM report. And during the hearings, mahihimay po natin yan.
All right. And on a lighter note, Senator Aquino, you mentioned earlier, nung nakikinig ako sa iyo yung privilege speech na masaya ka at maraming binanggit si Pangulong Marcos tungkol sa education. Yan ba'y pagpapatunay na sinusuporta niyo si Pangulong Marcos?
Mr. President, no, para sa edukasyon, lahat tayo kailangan magtulungan. That's been my position ever since. At kahapon po, I was pleasantly surprised na nakaredy na po yung speech ko eh. Kaya parang bumingo po talaga tayo. Ang rami po dito nabanggit po nung Monday. We're very thankful for that.
Thank you, Senator Aquino.
Mr. President, the gentleman, Senator Kiko Pangilinan is also seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized, and then Senator Padilla.
Senator Francis Pangilinan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is not an interpellation, but I would just like to make a manifestation after listening to the privileged speech of our colleague, Senator Bam Aquino. This is to inform the good chairperson and our colleagues that this representation filed a bill, Libreng Almusal, for our grade school students as well as daycare center children. The incidence of stunting is alarming. There is an epidemic of hunger among our children. And it is not just stunting, it also affects the ability of our children to stay in school. Dropout rates for school children without school meals can go as much as 30% compared to primary school that have or offer a school meals program. So it has not yet been referred. We are still going through the reading of our Libreng Almusal program, but as early as now, we would like to at least seek the support of the chairman of the Education Committee so that we can jointly hear, number one, the Libreng Almusal bill, and at the same time marshal it on plenary should the report be made available, Mr. President. For the record.
Thank you, Senator.
And we thank the senator from Tarlac for his privileged speech.
Thank you, Senator Pangilinan. Senator Aquino?
Mr. President, we welcome the manifestation of the gentleman from Quezon City. And once it's referred, we will prioritize the hearing of the bills on nutrition. And definitely, Mr. President, yung libreng almusal, isa po yan sa mga mahalagang panukala pagdating sa nutrisyon para sa mga kabataan. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Senator Padilla is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Ako naman po ay hindi gagawa din ng interpelasyon, kundi manifestasyon. Sapagkat kahapon po, napakaganda po ng usapan namin ni Senator Bam patungkol po sa kalagayan ng edukasyon sa ating ilang bayang Pilipinas. At napakaganda po nung pinuntahan ng aming usapan na sana ay magkaroon din tayo ng mga hakbangin patungo naman doon sa ating kabataan na manumbalik sa pagmamahal sa kanilang kalikasan. Kanina nga po ay muli po nating binalikan habang nagsasalita yung ating mahal na senador galing sa Tarlac. Marami pong nanumbalik sa ating alaala na yung ating po mga kabataan ay masyado nang nalululong sa mga masasabi po natin, lalo yung pagkakalikha ng smartphone na yan, laging nakaharap na lamang doon sa kanilang mga smartphone, pati po sa mga malalayong lugar, nabigyan pa ng mga magulang ng kanilang mga cellphone, nandun na lang lagi po ang kanilang atensyon. Sana po sa aming pong pag-uusap kahapon ay mabigyan po ng pagkakataon yung ating kabataan matutumuli na bumalik sa lupa. Yung kanila pong pagtatanim, agrikultura, matutunan po silang mabuhay uli na sa kanila pong kakayahan ay masuportahan nila ang kanilang mga sarili. Yun lamang po, ako po ay saludo po sa inyo, Senator Bam.
Maraming salamat, Senator Padilla. Senator Aquino?
Yes, we'd like to thank the gentleman from Camarines Norte. Maraming salamat po, Senator Padilla. At isasama po natin ang usapin tungkol sa kurikulo dito po sa mga susunod na hearing at masasama po dyan ang usapin tungkol sa kalikasan. No? Nung ako po ay grade 4, alam ko, may 4-H club kami, may kailangan ng planting, Boy Scout, no? Tree planting, napakaraming mga ginagawa po para mapalapit sa kalikasan. At maganda nga po na mapag-usapan po yan. Maraming salamat po. Thank you po, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, Senator Win Gatchalian and then Senator Rafi Tulfo are also seeking the floor. I move that they be recognized.
Senator Win Gatchalian is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this is not an interpellation, but I just want to manifest my full support to the privileged speech of Senator Bam Aquino, and I'm very happy that there's another education champion joining the halls of the Senate. And I was listening intently to his speech earlier. Alam niyo ho, ang Year 1 report is 400 pages, and Year 2 report is 400 pages, yung EDCOM yearly report. And obviously, binasa ho ni Senator Bam all 800 pages to come up with very targeted recommendations on how to address our education crisis that we are experiencing in our country. So I'm very happy to hear that he is ready to address all of these issues, and we fully support him in his quest to give our students, our learners, the best education possible. So, congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Gatchalian. Yes, Senator Aquino.
Yes, Mr. President, nais ko rin po magpasalamat kay Senator Gatchalian. We already spoke during the campaign period kung gaano po ako humahanga talaga, no? Pagdating po sa kanyang trabaho dito po sa Senado, especially pagdating sa edukasyon. So much so that I requested him yesterday if he can be my vice chairman for the Committee on Basic Education. Di ko lang kung pumapayag na siya. Pero
My honor, Mr. President.
para meron pong continuity, no, yung mga reformang ginagawa, ang mga nailabas ng EDCOM. By the way, Mr. President, the EDCOM report, I will repeat what I said earlier. Yung pagka-honest ng EDCOM report, yung pagka-prangka niya, pagdating sa mga problema natin, napakagandang simulain para sa mga reformang ito. Kung yung EDCOM report po, gin-loss over lang yung mga problema. Kasi some reports, ganyan po, no? Kung ganun po yung nangyari, hindi ho tayo uusad. Pero dahil yung report pong ito at lahat ng mga commissioners na nandito, nagtulungan, naging tapat at naging prangka sa mga nakikita nila, palagay ko po may chance talaga tayong mapatupad yung mga reformang kailangan natin. So again, Mr. President, I'd like to thank Senator Gatchalian for all of the great work that they've done. Salamat, sir.
And Mr. President, just to put on record that Senator Bam is now the co-chair of the EDCOM, so I can see that EDCOM will be working doubly hard until the end of the year because its life is until end of the year. But definitely, nakikita ko po na marami tayong mariresolve dahil meron ho tayong isang chairman ng Basic Education na talagang ang puso niya ay para sa ating mga bata. So, congratulations. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Gatchalian. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, Senator Rafi Tulfo is also seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Senator Rafi Tulfo is recognized.
Thank you, Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to associate myself with the privileged speech of Senator Bam Aquino. It is very timely as another school year begins, and once again we deal with the problems of our public education system. Nandiyan na yung nationwide classroom shortage na 165,000. Kulang na kulang po talaga ang classroom para sa tinatayang 27.6 million enrollees mula elementary hanggang senior high school. At may shortage rin na 56,050 sa bilang ng mga guro. Ngayon, nalapit ng budget season, siguraduhin po natin sana ang bawat sentimo na ibubuhos natin sa edukasyon ay mararamdaman ng ating mga mag-aaral. Pero maliban po sa problemang ito, nais ko pong ikatok sa ating chair ng Committee on Basic Education, kay Chair Senator Bam Aquino, ang mga problemang nakakarating sa akin ng personal na sana ay matugunan natin ngayong 20th Congress. Una na po rito ang hindi pagpasok ng mga mag-aaral sa kadahilanang wala silang sapat na pangbaon na pagkain. Ito po talagang laging inilalapit sa akin ng mga magulang, ng mga estudyante sa public school, sa elementary, na hindi sila nakakapasok dahil gutom sila. Wala silang makain. Nung gabi, wala silang makain. Pagdating umaga, wala makain. Kaya hindi na pumapasok, nag-a-absent na lang. Ayon sa Republic Act 11037 o ang masustansya pagkain para sa Batang Pilipino Act, bibigyan ng 45 meal for not less than 120 days per year ang mga mag-aaral ng public elementary schools. Hindi po ito sapat. Kung gusto nating masuportahan ang ating mga mahihirap na mag-aaral, kailangan po nating tugunan ang problema ng kagutuman. hindi makakapag-isip na maayos ang mga estudyante at marami na rin hindi sila po makapasok dahil nga po sa kulangang sa pagkain at wala ng sustansya ang kanilang kinakain kung meron man. Kaya sa panukalang aking pong inahain, nais ko pong maitulak na mabigyan araw-araw ng isang full fortified meal ang mga public school students mula kinder hanggang senior high sa buong durasyon ng academic year. Ang susunod po nais kong matugunan ay ang paulit-ulit na insidente ng bullying sa mga eskwelahan. Silipin po natin saan tayo nagkulang at talamak na rin po ang bullying, especially sa elementary and high school. Kailangan magkaroon ng sapat na sistema upang mapigilan ang bullying para hindi lamang ito reactive at puro suporta sa mga biktima. Prevention po ang mas mahalaga. At sa huli, bilang Chairperson ng Committee on Public Services, aking pong tututukan ang problema ng internet sa ating mga public schools, lalo na sa mga malalayang lugar na mahirap abutin. Malaki po ang tulong ng internet para sa mga paaralan, lalo na po kung kailangan mag-switch sa online class dahil sa mga sakuna sa iba't ibang lugar at para dumami rin po ang makikipag-avail ng mga online open universities na available sa ating mga kabataan. Again, thank you to our dear colleague, Senator Bam, for advocating for our youth and their future. I'll be more than happy and ready to support you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Rafi. Yes, Senator Aquino.
Mr. President, nais ko lang magpasalamat, Mr. President, sa aking bagong seatmate, Senator Rafi Tulfo. Yung isa po niya na nabanggit na hindi ko po nabanggit sa aking speech, yung bullying. Sa totoo lang po, nasa top recommendations yan, Senator Win, di ba, ng EDCOM report. At hindi pa rin namin nahanap ko na yung pinakaakmang solusyon dito, kaya hindi ko muna napag-usapan. Pero siguro po, pwede natin pag-usapan ano ba yung magandang panukala para ma-address ito o baka naman meron ng plano ang DepEd pagdating po sa problemang ito. But for the record, gusto ko lang pong banggitin, yung problema ng bullying is one of the top concerns of the EDCOM report. And we will also do our best to find the solution here. Salamat po. Salamat, Senator Tulfo. Thank you po.
Thank you, Senator.
Mr. President, last but not the least is the gentleman from Taguig and Pateros, no other than Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Senator Alan Peter Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President, and with the permission of the good gentleman from Tarlac and as Senator Win described, another champion for education. Excuse my voice, Mr. President. I'm praying to be charismatic but woke up asthmatic. So medyo masama yung sa chest, but I cannot help but stand up because kung ano man nararamdaman ko does not compare really with the state of education. At gusto ko rin pagbigyan yung dati natin na Senate President Mig Subiri na nagsabing dapat mas maraming discussion talaga sa floor. Diba? So if the gentleman from Tarlac would allow me only 2 questions.
Of course, Mr. President.
Sige. First of all, I thank God that you were the first to speak and the first topic is education. I know there are a lot of political issues like the impeachment, the budget, the SONA, contra SONA, but I think all of us will agree not only should the highest budget allocation go to education, but the highest priority, no? Even if you talk on the spiritual side values, dapat yan sa education pa rin. Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew solved many of the problems of Singapore with a 5- and 10-year plan in the basic education sector. So my question, Mr. President, is this. Together with His Honor and many of us, we were here during the time na diniscuss yung K-12. And if you remember, dalawa lang kami ni Senator Trillanes ang nag-object among the present here who were part of that. I think the whole world went K-12 except 2 other countries. Mm-hmm. But one of those 2 other countries is top 4 in education in the whole world, no? And then minention din kasi kawawa naman mga engineers natin, they will need another 2 years, etc. But when we computed that, that was less than 1%. And the basic objection is, kung baga sa kotse, galing sa karag-karag na vintage na I won't name a brand kasi lahat naman ng brands ay maganda. Suddenly, right before K-12, parang Lexus or Mercedes-Benz na tayo. To be fair to the former president, ang daming naayos sa education. Yung innovations niya sa bidding out the classrooms as a whole, yung pagtaas ng sweldo ng teachers. I mean, we have to give it to him, to Brother Armin, they did that, no? but they proposed a giant step to K to 12